My favorite song by Piket Chala will always be Mpumba Mikoa. Tondolo tumfefyo bakotwamba, totolo tumfefyo vale tusekenta, itata watu webele fwebende, nukosenge kowawa kwa matanda. I love that song. It speaks to me because I grew up in the same setup where you are not in your parents' house. There's many people that I've followed since I started music, but I think my main inspiration was always Piket Chala. So Piket Chala inspired me to do music. This is why I sing Kalindula, because I feel like it flows out of me. And then the other inspiration I had was the late Dr. Oliver Mtukudzi, who actually became my mentor. So okay, so I feel like music helps me it keeps me sane. Like I think if I wasn't a musician, I would have been a very bad person, because before I started music, before I started recording, I used to fight a lot. I used to start fights in the streets and whatnot. Yeah, but music is what gives me that peace. It puts me down. It helps me relax and also just focus on myself, and it helps me think. Yeah. So other than music, I think I would have been a farmer because I love farming. I grew up at a farm, so apart from guitars and whatnot, I know farming. I know how to plant crops and whatnot, and also take care of animals. I grew up in that life, so that's part of me. Yeah. I actually still want to do it. Right now, I'm not practicing farming, but as we go in the future, actually very soon, I'm starting a field and some other things at the farm. Yeah. How did I develop my style, my music style? I don't think I developed it. I think I discovered this is what I was supposed to do. Because I remember when I started, I used to be Chameleon's backup singer, so obviously I was pursuing a different style. And after working for a few years, I realized I wasn't happy. I wasn't finding that fulfillment. So when I switched and I came to this, it just aligned with my heart. And I don't force it. I don't have to do much for me to give the best. And my biggest support system has always been my sister, um, my immediate older sister, Osnat Sakala. She lives in Serenge. She's been my mother. I actually call her mom because she prays for me. She even financially she prays for me. You know, she's always there to talk to me anytime I need someone to talk to. She's always there. Yeah, because our mother lives in Zimbabwe, so sometimes we go even a year without seeing her. I think even when Corona hit, I last saw mom in 2019. Yeah, so I still haven't seen her up to date. So yeah, so my sister is always there for me. My favorite musical instrument has always been percussion, ngoma, congas, shakers, and whatnot. That traditional feel, because I am an old soul, so I love things that take me back to the village. So congas and whatnot. I know a lot of people who is expecting me to say my guitar because I'm always seen with the guitar, but my favorite is percussion. How I deal with creative burnout. I feel like that happens to every creative. So I think what's important is when you are in that space, you have to. What is important is to realize that you are in that space where you are failing to create. So you have to take a step back. Do something else. I love taking long drives. You know, not in town obviously. I love to see trees and animals and birds. And for me, it refuels me. And also I pray, and also I meditate, because I'm a second dan black belt, so meditation is another area that actually helps me a lot to calm myself down and refuel my creativity. Some of the biggest lessons I've learned in my music journey is number one, every musician has to be loyal, loyal to the people that you work with, loyal to people that believe in you. Um, I've done my mistakes and I've learned from that. The second thing is every musician learns every day. You can't be a champion in music because every day you learn. No matter how legendary you become, you are still learning. So that's another lesson I've learned. Every creative, including non-musicians or artists, every creative needs to realize that being creative is a gift from God. It's very spiritual actually. So you can't take it lightly. You can't use it for the wrong reasons. Like you want to be famous or you want to, for men, you want to draw attention from girls, you know. I've seen people who, me, I just want girls in the, in the music. So it doesn't work like that, you know. Every creative doesn't need to focus on money. When you focus on money, you are focusing on the wrong thing. Work hard, give the best that you can, and all these things shall be added unto you. My favorite song by Piket Chala will always be Mpumba Mikowa. Tondolo tu fefyo bako tuamba, tondolo tu fefyo vale tu sekenta, itata watu wegele kwelende, nikosenge kowawa kwa matanda. I love that song. It speaks to me because I grew up in the same setup where you are not in your parents' house. So when you are being kept by other people, they don't really put value on you. They'll give you food and whatnot, but not like the way your parents will take care of you. So it's always different. Yeah. The feeling when I found out I was going to work with Oliver was, oh my God. Like I can't even explain it up to now. I feel like it hasn't happened yet. I feel like I just dreamt about it and it's yet to happen. But I was very, very excited. I was humbled. It was beyond what I can describe. It was so huge for me, because that's someone that I grew up listening to. I never even thought, when I was growing up, I never thought I would sing with him one day. And then when I started music, when I came into this direction that I'm doing now, the traditional cultural music, he is one person that I really wanted to meet, just to meet, not even to work with him, just meeting, so I can ask him how he managed to be awesome throughout the years. And then, boom, I had an opportunity to work with him. It was very big for me, very humbling, and I'll always live to appreciate that moment. Honestly, I don't know how to make this music more popular, which is Kalindula. I don't know. All I want to do and all I know is that I just need to work hard, harder than I have ever given myself, because I feel like there's a time when, for a long time, the Zambian artists or creatives or songwriters never gave the people Kalindula. So people for over 15 years they listened to a different type of music, and Kalindula wasn't very much present in those years in that space. So people sort of like moved on. They know there's this music which is actually described as the real Zambian music, but they've sort of moved on. So we can't keep saying, no, let's do the real Zambian music. No, 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 no. Even what everyone else is doing is Zambian music because it's done by Zambian musicians. All what we need to do is work harder. The few people that believe that Kalindula can still be alive should work harder to keep it alive, and also influence the young upcoming musicians and make sure that Bemba say mitikula empanga. So if we don't teach our young ones how to make Kalindula, how to play instruments, it will die, it will disappear. So that's what I'm doing actually. Very soon I'll be doing a masterclass. I'll start masterclasses to teach the young musicians on Kalindula, the values that it carries, the cultural values and the customs, and also just the lifestyle. Kalindula is a lifestyle, it's not really music. That's who we are. My three favorite songs by James Sakala, the Griot, the Zambezi Griot. The first one is Umi because it's dedicated to my grandmother. The second one is Mukampokelele. It's a letter that I wrote to the people, to the music industry and the people at large. And then the third one is galamukani, because it encourages young ones to wake up and work. Yeah. So the one advice I have for artists in general is that you, whatever you do, however big you become one day, don't forget to keep working hard. That's the first thing. The second thing is that pride never takes a creative anywhere. Because I've seen a lot of people, once they become popular, they lose themselves. They start behaving funny, you know, they stop greeting people, they just become untouchable, high and mighty. I think it's very wrong. At the end of the day, you're still a person who's living amongst people, the same people that supported you on your way up. You know, so you still have to keep that personality going. I know that it gets crazy. You become busy. Some other people misjudge you. It's normal. Don't worry about that. But just work your part. Make sure you are still a person that any person can reach out to.